Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is ThePromG. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's also going to be a little bit more controversial than usual. As the title suggests, today's video is going to be a MangaTuber tier list, which is a type of video that, certain MangaTubers have done in the past. It's either kind of flown under the radar or just gotten them chased off of YouTube. But in my personal ranking, I'm taking the gloves off. I'm going hard. Feelings are going to be hurt in this video. But I say without any further ado, let me actually get the right tier list up here. Here we go. So today I'm ranking MangaTubers on where I could beat them in a fight. As you can see here, the first tier, giving the beats. If somebody goes in this tier, that just means it's not even like a fair fight. I'm just giving them the pause, throwing Mickey Mouses until they're on the floor, so not really a challenge for this tier. Then we have I win convincingly, where, a little bit more difficult, but I think I came out on top. Of course, in the middle, we have an even matchup where, there are arguments to be made for both sides. It's really too hard to pick a winner. It could go either way on any given day. Then we have I would need an anime moment. This means that I would be heavily disadvantaged, but if I were to have some power-up or anime power friendship moment, maybe. So don't count me out if I put somebody in this tier, but the odds are not in my favor. And then finally, we have the Jello for a month tier, meaning that if somebody is in this tier and I fight them, I'm going to be laid up in a hospital bed, full body cast, eating Jello from a straw for an entire month. That's how bad it's going to be. I'll paint you a little picture. But let's go ahead and start off with Weeabra. Some of these people are not like active MangaTubers, but people that have been in the space for a while. So we'll start off with Weeabra. When I was thinking about Weeabra, I was just thinking how this dude literally smokes like 10 packs a day. Even like before recording, I saw a tweet where he's like complaining he lost a pack of cigarettes. So his smoker lungs give me a definite advantage. And also, if we were to organize the fight, he would probably just flake at the last moment, even though saying he's going to do it, just like recording a new manga video. So I'm going to put Weeabra firmly in the I would win convincingly. And we couldn't just have it be a sausage fest. These hands do not discriminate gender. So next we got Anime Collective. This was a tough one because I feel like I don't really have much from the scouting report to know if I would beat her definitively in a fight. I do know she probably has some massive gains from lifting those massive figures she has in her collection. I'm going to go ahead and put her in even matchup just due to lack of information. Next up here we have the Manga Sloth. Now, the Manga Sloth is also kind of a mystery for me. He's kind of like the Rey Mysterio of MangaTube. Nobody really knows what he looks like or his true potential. I personally think that even if we were doing like a bare knuckle fight, he would be the type of dude to bring like an M1 Garand and just like pop me in the face. I would say I would need an anime moment to beat him. Alright, so next up here we have Blue Tempest, and he was another tough one where I feel like there isn't a lot about him that would swing me in one way or the other. Then I remembered he is a Fire Emblem fan, like a huge Fire Emblem fan, so I already know he has the strategy down to a lock. As far as, physical fighting prowess goes, I'm not really sure. I would put him in even matchup as well. His strategy sense might give him a little bit of an edge, but on the physical aspect, I definitely have the advantage. So next up here we have Boogie Snacks. Now, Boogie Snacks was kind of a deceiving one at first because, he's so jolly, always has a smile on in his videos, but then you remember, this guy, I think it's rumored, is like 50 years old. I can't remember exactly where I heard that, but if that is indeed the case, he has that old man strength that no matter how good of shape you're in, he's just gonna whoop your ass. Plus, I know he loves coffee, so I feel like he'd come in the fight just like raring to go, full of energy. He's gonna be our first I would be eating Jello for a month tier. Boogie Snacks would absolutely kick my ass. Up next here we have the man Daniel Peppers, personally one of my favorite newer MangaTubers in the space. I think he makes really good videos, but when it comes to being in a fight, I don't know, man. I think he just lacks that killer instinct. He's like apologetic sometimes in his videos. He doesn't come across as a killer like I am, so I think that would give me the advantage. I'm gonna put him in win convincingly. I'm not sure I would absolutely run away with the fight, but I am super confident that I would give him the hands regardless. So next up here we have East Coast Manga, another MangaTuber who hasn't really, made a video in a while, but I still wanted to include him in the list. Very specific strategy with this one. I'll just say right off the bat, he's going in, I'm giving him the beats, no competition. You can kind of see it in his profile pic here. And in his videos, he always has this gold chain on. So my strategy would go, kind of go around, and then take him from behind, pause, and then grab that necklace and just strangle him into submission, get him to tap out. I think that would be a pretty foolproof strategy because he always has that thing on. So yeah, no other discussion needed on this one. I'm giving him the beats. So next up here we have Profitaku, and just even looking at his profile picture now, I don't even want to think about fighting this guy. He's just always smiling, always happy. I would feel bad even if I could beat him, but given he's a teacher, he like wrangles kids all day, he's a stern individual probably at work. I'm gonna put him in I need an anime moment, just because again he has like that old man teacher strength. I wouldn't want to fight him, and I think I need a miracle to get past him, to be honest. Next up here we got Mashiro YT, who is going straight into the Jello for a month tier. If you watch his videos, he is just a demon, he's just a menace. Like, I would just be so intimidated even like squaring up against him. No punches thrown, I think I would already fold. He like has that Emperor's Haki, I feel like, where it would just, completely subdue me. Next we got Simon Sabro, who kind of reminds me of Daniel Peppers. He's a really chill guy in his videos, super nice how it seems, how he comes across. But similar to Daniel Peppers, man, he just doesn't have that killer instinct. I just feel like I would win super convincingly. Again, not quite given the beats East Coast manga tier, because I wouldn't know exactly how to approach the fight, but I feel super confident that, I could take him. Next up here we have actually kind of an interesting one. So we have our first 3v1, obviously, Meet the Weeb Family, or the Weeb Family. As you can see, we have the dad, the mom, the Weeb daughter, going straight to Jello for a month. If it was just me versus Weeb daughter, I think that would be, maybe evenly matched, but a 3-on-1, you gotta have 3-on-1 for this fight, and there is no way I'm winning that. Even if it was 3 Weeb daughters, I'm getting my ass kicked. Next up here we got Suki Notes, an OG, I think one of the only MangaTubers on this list, if not the only one, who does not show her face at all. For that reason, she's going in evenly matched because there's just not enough information. I think it could go either way. Next on the list we have Zach from Uchu Shelf. Now, there's one very specific thing, I have my strategy versus East Coast manga, but if Uchu Shelf is smart, he'll have a strategy against me. If you ever read or watched the Lone Wolf and Cub movies, there's a part where he has the baby on his back and he like holds up a mirror and blinds his opponent. That would be Uchu Shelf, except he would just shine a light off his bald, shiny head and just blind me. So if he does that, which he probably would after watching this video, giving him free game right now, I think I would need an anime moment to beat him. Next, we have HVL Manga. Now, for those of you who are like deep in the manga space, you'll know there have actually been conversations about me and HVL getting into the boxing ring and settling things once and for all, because we've had this discussion of who would win in a fight. I think I would win, she thinks she would win. She says she's a horse girl, she's like built stronger than she looks. No, I'm giving her the beats. Just the X factor of testosterone, plus the fact that she reads novels, she's a freaking horse girl. Like, no, there's no way I'm losing to HVL Manga. I still want to do that boxing ring. Any of you guys get in contact with her, this needs to happen, but we already know the outcome. First round, KO, easy. So we're getting to the end of the list, but here we have MangaTama, who is, I think, one of, if not the most popular female MangaTubers. Really love her videos again, but I gotta put everything to the side for this tier list. For those of you who don't know, actually, nobody would know this, but I actually have a little bit of beef with MangaTama, because one day on TikTok, I got a message from her that was like the waving hands, so I sent like a wave back, and she left me on red. And she probably doesn't even have this beef in her mind, but it's been in my head every single day. So I would come in here with a vengeance and just catch her completely off guard. I'm gonna put her in the I would win convincingly. And then last, but definitely not least, we have Chase the Dark Sage. And as I was looking at these tiers, I really couldn't find a spot exactly where I think he would fit in. So I'm gonna do this real quick. We're just gonna put him in the B- tier. Yeah, that feels about right. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for my MangaTuber tier list. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and enjoyed seeing, how I would fare against each of these individuals. Let me know down in the comments below if you think my rankings are correct, or if there's any MangaTuber I left off this list that you would want to see how I match up with. I'll respond to your comment telling you how I think I would fare against them, but I feel pretty good about this list. Any MangaTubers want to fight, DM me on Twitter or Instagram. Let's make it happen. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So yeah, this has been ThePromG. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And as always, hope to catch you in the next one.